inside. So they definitely abided by everything we had asked for, in my opinion, at the last board meeting. That's all I got. So any trustee that has a report? Well, I agree with you. Trustee Bockhorst?
I was just out in DC with the National League of Cities and the League of Wisconsin Municipalities last week for our Congressional Cities Conference that we have annually out there. And it was a great attendance. I think there were close to 3,800 municipally elected officials from across the United States, learning from each other and sharing policy ideas, and as well as attending workshops. And then we spent 2 days on the Hill, and we got to meet with a variety of our congressmen and women, including many others that aren't our direct representatives. And we were advocating for a variety of things that obviously directly impact our municipality here and those across the state of Wisconsin. Just a couple of highlights, and which is actually kind of exciting for us. Hopefully, and a lot of what we're trying to fight is some of the preemption stuff, but that's more at the state level. But anyway, so broadband came up. We were mainly around infrastructure, whether or not that was roads, laterals, or even broadband, et cetera. And part of the broadband issue, of course, is, and this is something we've spoken of, the telecommunications in the well, this is called MABEL of the future here, where we don't have the ability necessarily to adequately regulate the right-of-way space. So these towers, and we're seeing these come up in Shorewood in our very combined area, and not only are municipalities restricted from governing in necessarily in the locations of some of these inside.
No say.
Right, but also in the fees that we can charge, because in the past we can make it cost prohibitive or really restricted, at least in that regard. So we're trying, of course, to get a lot of those rights back for our municipal leaders. And then also a variety of expanding financial tools for municipal infrastructure. That's something we can talk about and later. And we also wanted to try to prevent future government shutdowns. But we all know how riddled Congress is with discord, so we'll see if that happens. So anyway, so that's my, and so it was, like I said, I think it was very beneficial. And the feedback that we got from a lot of the Republican legislators was more positive than I've seen, relatively positive, I'll just say.
Thank you. Any other trustee reports? Trustee Mansell.
Yeah, the Conservation Committee, I believe they had a show the movie last Friday, and there's one more, I think early in April. I don't remember what it's about, but we should look out for that one. Some representatives from the school board were there talking about the proposed improvements to the school buildings, and the Conservation Committee was very interested in seeing if there were opportunities for solar installations as the roofings are being done, because there's a limited number of places where we can actually put solar. So there was some discussion about that at Conservation. And I did also attend the library board meeting, and there was a good discussion at the library board about the issue that Rebecca has been interacting with about whether we would place a poster there or not. There was some interesting information from the American Library Association about use of the public space and the First Amendment issues, and whether if there's giving equal time to a variety of viewpoints on controversial issues. So if anyone's interested in that, I can give you a link to the ALA information about the lobby.
Thank you. Anybody else like an update?
Parks Commission met last Monday. We picked the mascot for Shorewood Loves Dogs, Mika. All of them were cute, but she stole the show. So she'll be the spokes dog for picking up your dog
Your dog poop?
poop and what things to do. As the snow is melted, you can know what things are out there.
She's got a lot of work to do.
So, yeah, so that occurred, and also the Historical Society met on Tuesday. They're moving forward on their digitizing all the Shorewood newspapers. The Wisconsin Historical Society is doing that, digitizing, and then they're gonna come here and the Historical Society's hired a hourly person for the summer who's gonna run it through Resicarta, which OCR is optical recognizes, so you can search on all the newspapers, so that'd be great. You can just enter anything, search movie from like the 20s through 2002, and it names or whatever. So that's gonna be going on. And May 13th is the annual meeting of the Historical Society of the River Club, Napwater, Hubbard. May 13th, Monday, and there's going to be a speaker on terracotta who specializes in terracotta decorations on like primarily 20s buildings, so it could be pretty interesting.
And just in your email, we did get some letters on the historical, supporting the historical value of the fire station. I think there was 4 or 5, so if you didn't see them, they're attached to an email that Rebecca had sent out on Friday. And I want to thank the residents for going to each of those individual, to ask for their opinion on the facade easement elements that we had approved here. Okay, anybody else? Rebecca? No? All right, so we will move on to items for future consideration. I don't see any listed, but is anything up?
Yeah, just, they mentioned the senior breakfast. I don't know how many of us are going, but I don't know if we're posting.
I'm
That is a-
here.
I can do possible form.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll just do a possible
Yeah,
form, just to
okay.
make sure.
Thank you. Ms. McGee?
I think this is already taken care of, but a few meetings ago in the committee of the whole, we had a conversation about videotaping and, the committee of the whole meetings or the committee meetings or something. And I just, in thinking about it, I just wanted to make sure that we did bring it back to a future agenda item because it does seem like there is wide support and interest in that. And so finding a solution that works a little bit more smoothly.
So in the interim, and just to clarify, because I don't know how it would be written, Trustee McKay, Trustee JP Carpenter, myself, and the clerk are in the midst of looking at how we could potentially take the committee and come to putting all committee things into one policy, because they're spread out everywhere, including videotaping. And so that might be where, even attendance that might be where it goes in the future. But for the meantime, I think, Rebecca, do you just want to give an update on what you've decided? Because you did tape them today. Okay, Clark?
I know it's
We're
not
not.
Oh, okay.
agenda for discussion. It
We can
was
send
more
out an
just
email.
like the technological
Portion.
if,
Absolutely.
remember I was
Where you
adamant
stand.
around I won't invest anything more, and then I thought about it and I was like, wait, the whole board wants this and we should look at what we need to invest to do it right.
Okay.
And so that's why
It's an update of what we're doing. Yeah. In an email. Okay.
Another thing, at future meetings, we had Leanne sitting here till almost 10 o'clock. If there's any way to move the staff, our management staff up to the front of the meeting so they can get home and be at work and wide awake.
And Tyler.
Yeah, and on time. I mean, they don't need to sit in here and listen, unless there's something that really needs, but we can move them up toward the front of the meeting.
That's a great question, because we have this special business now, where we move
Yeah.
outside parties up first, and now, so anyways, Rebecca and I have certainly.
Everybody's gonna go first.
Yeah. It's like consent agenda now, it's like at the very end, and it's like, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely take that into consideration for the agendas. Anything else? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, so it is 10:07. We
Wow.
have a motion and a second. All those in
Oh, can I
favor?
make a comment? Well done.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?